Having a clean bill of financial health is crucial. And we can't go to a doctor to fix our credit, but we have the next best thing with us right here today. We continue our financial series with Continental Finance Company President Steve McSorley. Thanks so much, sir.
Thanks again for having me back.
Absolutely. Look, what credit card tips do you have for our viewers today if they want to improve their financial lives?
So the first tip I have for them is making a payment before their statement closing date. Now, people might say that's a little trivial. Well, if you're like most people who wait to get their statement and then make a payment a few weeks later, the problem with that is they're not in any way able to affect the balance that gets reported to the credit reporting agencies. By making a payment the day before your bill cycle closing date, you're actually able to reduce the balance that ultimately gets reported to the credit reporting agencies, which reduces your utilization rate. And as we talked about in an earlier episode, utilization rate has a 30% weighting in the makeup of your credit score. So if you can maintain a utilization rate of 30% or less, it can have a positive effect on your credit score.
Wow, and you can figure this all out from your online account management, right?
Absolutely.
And what are some of the features that a consumer can access to help simplify their financial lives?
So once a consumer gains access to the online account tools, there's a wealth of things they can do. They can go on and check their current or prior statements, even go online and make a payment. But there's three in particular that I like. I like the ability to go on and make auto payments, setting purchase alerts, or looking at your balance limit alerts. So with making recurring payments and going ahead and setting up auto payment, you can go ahead and set it up weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, in any amount that you want. Minimum payment, full balance, or some amount in between. But the key here is that you're avoiding those unwanted late fees. Not to mention, destroying your credit in the process by actually having a late mark on your credit report.
That's crazy. Any tips that consumers should have who are currently, let's say, struggling right now to make their payments?
For consumers that are struggling to make their payments, the first thing I ask them to look at is, when do they get paid and when is their credit card payment due dates? Oftentimes I see they're just not in alignment. This is a simple phone call to customer service to bring the two into alignment. Again, the last thing you want to see is somebody struggling when it's just a simple cash flow or a timing issue of when they get paid and when they can make that payment. So if they can avoid those costly payments as well, it could save them from a disastrous mark on their credit score.
Absolutely. Well, any final thoughts?
One last tip that I have, and this is a non-credit card related tip, and it has to do with mortgages. If you're like most people in this country, you have a traditional 30-year mortgage where you're making one mortgage payment every month for 360 months. I'd like to share with you an example where I think I can save some people some money. If you have a traditional 30-year mortgage, $250,000 mortgage, say 6% interest rate, that works out to be about a $1,500 a month payment. So if you're like most of us, you're making $1,500 payments times 12 payments a year, that's about $18,000 a year. What I would suggest people do is cut that $1,500 payment in half, $750, and make a payment every 2 weeks. So bi-weekly payments. That would be 26 bi-weekly payments of $750, which equates to $19,500 a year. So it's $1,500 more you'd be paying a year, which is equivalent to one extra mortgage payment. But you would cut down that 30-year mortgage and pay it off in 24 and a half years. Yeah. And save $62,000 in interest costs.
Holy moly.
Big number.
People really need to look at that seriously.
They sure do.
Thanks so much. If people wanted more information, where will they go?
They can visit us at continentalfinance.net.
Continentalfinance.net. And of course, if you want more information from us, you can always go to our website, thebalancing.com. We'll be back right after this.